In modern networking, over 90% of traffic is encrypted. While it's great for privacy, it's a nightmare for security. Like the Postal Service, they need to make sure nothing dangerous is inside of each package. It can contain a harmless PDF or a piece of ransomware. Today we're setting up SSL TLS Inspection on a Sophos XGS 2300. This allows the firewall to sit in the middle, decrypt traffic, scan for threats, re-encrypt before it even reaches the user. It's essentially a security-first man-in-the-middle approach. And the XGS is a great choice because of its Xstream Architecture. It uses a dual processor approach. You have the multi-core CPU, the brains, which handles the complex, heavy-lifting tasks like deep packet inspection and decryption, working alongside its Xstream Flow Processor, or NPU, the brawn, which fast-tracks known trusted traffic so your network stays lightning fast. Before we do anything, we have to talk about trust. Because the firewall is pretending to be a website you're visiting to see the data, the computer will naturally think there's a man-in-the-middle attack, like opening your mailbox to already open letters. To prevent the connection is not private errors, you must export your firewall certificate and install it on every endpoint in your network, usually via group policy or MDM. If you skip this, the users will be blocked from the internet the moment you turn on inspection. First, we need to set up the TLS engine. We can go to Rules and Policies, SSL TLS Inspection, and let's turn this on. Now let's modify this, and let's add to the exclusion list government, financial, and health. These are the three primary ones you want to exclude because of credit card numbers, social security numbers, and medical records. So let's save that. Now we need to add the inclusion rule. So let's click Add. We're going to name this SSL TLS Decryption Web Services. Keep the action to decrypt. Rule position is going to be on bottom because remember these rules act in descending order, so we want the exclusion first and whatever's left over to hit the rule. Decryption profile is going to be block insecure SSL, and this is a hidden perk. It forces the firewall to reject sites using old weak encryption like TLS 1.0, keeping your users on modern standards. So let's choose that. The source zone is going to be your LAN on any, and then destination is going to be WAN for HTTPS. And we're going to leave this to any category, so that way any traffic that comes through via HTTPS that's encrypted, we want to see that. So save. Now we need a rule. Here's where most people get tripped up. Just because you create an inspection rule doesn't mean the traffic is being scanned for viruses yet. The SSL TLS engine handles the opening of the envelope, but the firewall access rule handles the inspection of the contents. From here, we need to go over to our firewall rules, and preferably you'll have a dedicated rule set up for web surfing that includes the HTTP and HTTPS services. So all we want to do is go down here to the web filtering and security features and turn on scan HTTP and decrypted HTTPS. With this on, the firewall takes that decrypted data stream, runs it through the AV and IPS engines, and if it's clean, it sends it on its way. It's a two-step handshake between the SSL TLS engine and your security policy. Next, we need to install the firewall certificate. Since the firewall is decrypting the traffic and resealing it, the certificate doesn't match the domain, which causes our browser to open the page via HTTP unsecure. Now before we install that certificate, we can actually test to make sure TLS is working. So I've cleared cache, and if we go to CNN.com, we can see we're getting an SSL warning. But if we open a new one and go to Chase.com, it's still using JP Morgan's certificate. Now to download the cert, we just need to go to Inspection Rules, click on Inspection Settings, and hit the download button. Now to install the cert, we just need to hit Windows R, go to MMC, and this will open the Microsoft Management Console. Hit File, Add Remove Snap-in, Certificates, and Add. We're going to include the entire computer, and local computer, and hit OK. From here, we just need to open the drop-down, go to Trusted Root Certificates, right-click, All Tasks, Import. I'm going to hit Next, and we're going to browse for our .pen file right here. Next, place all certificates in the following store, and finish. Now with the certificate installed, we can open back up CNN and see we're not getting the warning anymore. We see our connection is secure, and it's secured by Sophos CA. Thank you guys for watching. If you need security features like these, go check out our configuration services. We set up your firewall with the best security practices and customized to your network for plug-and-play transition.